Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Yeah.
His call out tonight.
No comment.
This fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both coming in the era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the showdown no one expected, but now, it's the only thing the boxing world can talk about. Just hours after exchanging verbal jabs through the media, Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez took things up a notch with a tense, surprise face-off at the airport. It all started just days ago, when Crawford, fresh off his win over Israel Madrimov, made his intentions clear: he wants Canelo next. During an Instagram live session with His Excellency Turki Alalshik, both Crawford and Turki publicly called out Canelo, putting him firmly in their sights.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Yeah. Just put me in the game, coach. Just put me in the game. Canelo Crawford.
Crawford hasn't let up, repeatedly labeling Canelo a duck for dodging serious talks about the fight. It was a pointed jab at what many see as Canelo's hesitation to engage in a bout that could be one of the biggest matchups in recent boxing history. When asked about Crawford's challenge following Edgar Berlanga's latest fight, Canelo brushed it off with a cold, dismissive, no comment. When pushed for more details, Canelo didn't mince words. He outright dismissed Crawford's challenge, claiming the welterweight champion was too small to pose any real threat. Canelo made it clear he didn't see Crawford as a legitimate opponent, suggesting that accepting the fight wouldn't even be worth his time.
Easy work. I heard him say, I'm an easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him.
That might have been the end of it, but for Crawford, Canelo's too easy comment was the final straw. Tensions boiled over when the two unexpectedly ran into each other at the airport. Both fighters were flanked by their teams, but neither was willing to back down, especially Crawford, still heated from what he saw as blatant disrespect. According to reports, Crawford confronted Canelo, and things nearly turned physical within moments.
Realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business.
I went to the Canelo-Berlanga fight first, then to the UFC event, Crawford said when asked about Canelo's performance. I think Canelo put on a great show, just like he always does. Canelo was Canelo. Berlanga also delivered an incredible performance. He showed real heart and determination, which made it a great fight. Crawford's praise for both fighters highlighted his deep respect for the sport, but one thing was clear: his desire to face Canelo hasn't wavered. Now competing at super middleweight, Crawford has his sights set squarely on Canelo, and he insists he won't rest until the fight becomes reality. The bout would take place 2 weight classes above Crawford's usual division, but the Omaha native isn't concerned about the size difference. For him, this isn't just another fight, it's a chance to cement his legacy in boxing history.
They're 2 great pound-for-pound fighters, and if they feel like, it makes sense and they want to fight each other, stylistically, it's a great fight. But, Canelo, he's a big dude. So I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing, to me.
Crawford's victory over Israel Madrimov marked his first fight to go the full distance in years, prompting speculation among analysts about whether his power is starting to diminish as he climbs the weight ladder. Madrimov, a rugged, resilient opponent, pushed Crawford to his limits, making it one of the most competitive bouts of Crawford's recent career. While his punching power remains one of his signature strengths, the real question now is how it will fare against someone like Canelo, a fighter known for his granite chin and ability to withstand some of the heaviest shots in the sport.
Mel Charlo couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Jaime Munguia couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Triple G couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Kovalev couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Berlanga couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Daniel Jacobs couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. The power of Caleb Plant couldn't phase Canelo Álvarez. ¿Qué Buck Crawford le va a hacer a ese tigre? Ustedes no vieron Buck Crawford versus Madrimov. what did Buck Crawford have? Put me in the game, coach. No, you're the 15th man in the roster. You will sit in the bench.
Despite the skepticism, Crawford remains unfazed. In the same interview, he reaffirmed that his desire to face Canelo is as strong as ever, and he believes it's the fight the entire boxing world wants to see. I've been after this fight. It's a legacy fight, the biggest one in boxing right now, Crawford said. I see it as the last of the Mohicans. This would be huge. 2 of the top 3 pound, 4 pound fighters going head to head.
This fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both coming in an era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, HBO era, that type of era. So I think this fight will be massive.
Crawford's confidence is unwavering as he speaks about the potential showdown. He acknowledges Canelo's size advantage, but rather than shy away from it, he embraces the challenge. For me, taking on Canelo is what boxing is all about, testing your limits and facing the best, Crawford said. I know he's bigger than me, but I'm ready. It's all respect, but if he steps in the ring with me, it's going to be electric. And of course, I'll beat him. I have no doubt. I believe I can handle anyone who stands across from me. Crawford's confidence is backed by an exceptional career, but stepping into the ring with Canelo would present an entirely different kind of challenge. Canelo, renowned for his power, ring IQ, and deep resume, has conquered elite opponents across multiple weight divisions. Crawford, meanwhile, has dominated the lighter classes, setting the stage for a clash defined by skill, style, and physicality. For now, Canelo hasn't committed to his next move. After his bout with Berlanga, he mentioned plans to take some time off to be with his family before making a decision, leaving the door open for several possibilities, including a potential blockbuster matchup with Crawford.
A fight again against someone not for me. I don't know if he wants to fight me or not, but I'm not.
Even if Canelo gets his rematch, he might find himself.
But things are only getting more intriguing from here. Edgar Berlanga may have earned what some are calling a moral victory by going the distance with Canelo. But for Canelo, it was yet another bout where his power made an impact, just without delivering the knockout fans crave. It marked the 4th consecutive fight in which he dropped his opponent but still went to the scorecards. For a fighter of his legendary stature, that growing pattern has begun to raise questions. Still, Canelo doesn't seem too concerned. Now what are they going to say? He said post-fight, visibly frustrated, a champion who keeps winning, yet still find himself doubted. I fight younger guys, they talk. I fight older guys, they talk. My experience, my talent, my hard work, my intelligence, all of it together makes me the best. At this point, no win seems enough to silence the critics. But maybe the conversation isn't about what Canelo has already done, it's about what comes next. Since his loss to Dmitry Bivol in May 2022, his opponents, while talented, haven't been viewed as elite threats. Against Berlanga, Canelo entered as a heavy -1,600 favorite. Now, there's growing demand for something more, a fight that reignites the danger and drama that once defined his career. That's where Terence Crawford enters the picture. Crawford believes he's the next great challenge for Canelo. Known for his speed, precision, and elite ring IQ, Crawford likens the potential jump in weight to the legendary 1983 bout between Marvin Hagler and Roberto Duran. Except this time, he believes the smaller man comes out on top. Crawford clash becomes reality. Another high-stakes matchup looms, a rematch with Dmitry Bivol. And this time, the stakes could be even greater. Bivol, who clearly outboxed Canelo in their first meeting despite questionable scorecards, is now set to face Artur Beterbiev for the undisputed light heavyweight title. If Bivol wins, Canelo could get his shot at redemption and a chance to become undisputed in a second division. And that's where things get serious. Canelo has never backed down from a challenge, and his loss to Bivol still lingers. Nothing was right for me in that fight, he said, referencing a nagging left wrist injury that later required surgery following his third bout with Gennady Golovkin in September 2022. The idea of a fully healthy Canelo returning to settle the score is compelling, but also risky. Bivol is no easy target, and his dominant performance in their first encounter showed just how difficult his style is for Canelo's aggressive, pressure-based approach. Is there one fighter Canelo truly has his sights set on? Is there a name that stands out for him? Or maybe it's just the rematch. Canelo admitted, "If Bivol wins, I want my rematch." He's focused on facing Bivol again, this time at 175 pounds, the weight where he originally lost. But Bivol, who defeated Canelo at light heavyweight, is more interested in a rematch at 168 pounds, where Canelo holds the undisputed super middleweight title. The weight debate is significant. To casual fans, a few pounds might not seem like much, but at this level, the difference is immense. Canelo, however, holds the power. He's the sport's biggest payday, and that might be enough to get Bivol to agree to his terms. Meanwhile, another name keeps popping up, David Benavidez. The young, hungry Mexican-American has been calling out Canelo for years, hoping to force a fight. But despite Benavidez's solid win over Alexander Vostok, while dealing with a hand injury, Canelo remains uninterested. He's fighting at 175, and he doesn't look the same, Canelo shrugged. It's different when you fight in your natural weight class. For now, a showdown between them doesn't seem likely. Then there's the wild card, Terence Crawford. The 37-year-old former undisputed welterweight champion recently moved up to 154 pounds, scraping by in a close fight against Ismail Madrimov, a tricky fighter many considered underrated. Even though Crawford didn't dominate, he's still confident. He wants Canelo next. The size difference is undeniable. Crawford has never fought above 154 pounds, while Canelo has spent years at 168 and beyond. But Crawford isn't worried. Being bigger doesn't win fights, he said, a reflection of his career built on defying the odds. A Canelo versus Crawford fight would be massive, arguably the biggest non-heavyweight showdown in boxing today. The commercial appeal is undeniable, and fans are eager to see two of the sport's best go head-to-head. Crawford, despite being the smaller fighter, sees this as a legacy fight, one he believes he can win. "I feel like this is a legacy fight, and I feel like I can actually win," Crawford said. His record backs up his confidence. The idea of Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo is the kind of high-stakes gamble that could shake up the sport. For Canelo, it's intriguing. Crawford is a proven star. But there's a problem: if I beat him, nobody's going to give me credit, Canelo said bluntly. They'll just say, "Oh, he beat Crawford, but he was smaller." It's a valid concern, but at this stage in his career, Canelo isn't just thinking about legacy, he's thinking about business. If the money's right, why not? "At this point in my career, it has to make financial sense," Canelo admitted. Crawford knows Canelo's size and power are real threats, but he isn't intimidated. He believes his reach and speed can make the difference. Still, Canelo seems frustrated by the constant questions about Crawford, making it clear that if the fight happens, it will be on his terms. His $150 million price tag proves it. If Crawford wants a fight, he'll have to pay up. Canelo's resume speaks for itself. He's conquered multiple weight classes, proving he's more than just a big puncher. He's a complete fighter with power, skill, and ring intelligence. Crawford dismissing him as just a bigger guy feels overly simplistic. Canelo has broken down elite opponents who thought they could outbox him, adapting mid-fight and imposing his will. Crawford's speed and reach might help, but Canelo's ability to adjust could nullify those advantages. That said, Crawford's confidence isn't misplaced. With a 41-0 record, including 31 knockouts, he's shown time and time again why he belongs among boxing's elite. He's beaten bigger opponents before, and he believes that experience will serve him well against Canelo. But some boxing experts believe Crawford may be biting off more than he can chew. Sure, he's faced bigger opponents, but Canelo isn't just a bigger fighter. He's a special talent with a mix of power, skill, and experience that Crawford has never faced. So, will this fight happen? That remains to be seen. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more boxing updates. See you in the next one.